Aragorn did not know who he was until his 21st birthday. He did not even know that he was called Aragorn. Aragorn's father, Arathorn, was killed when he was just 2 years old, and he was fostered by Elrond in Rivendell. Now, at the time, the forces of evil were rising, and Elrond and the Wise decided that it would probably be for the best if they didn't let anyone know that Aragorn was there. So they made up a new identity for him. They called him Estel, which means hope. And for the first part of his life, he grew up not knowing anything about his past or who he was, until he reached his 21st birthday, at which point Elrond pulled him to one side and he told him who he was. He told him his name, Aragorn, and he told him that he was the heir to Isildur, the heir to Elendil. He gave him the Ring of Barahir, that ancient ring that had been held by his forefathers, and he gave him the broken sword, Narsil. He held back, incidentally, the sceptre of Annúminas, which was held by the kings of old, saying that Aragorn would only get that when he became king. Now, all this was obviously quite a lot for Aragorn to take in, so he went away and just digested it for a while. He went off into a glade in the forest and he sat down and he thought about it, and as he was doing that, he found himself starting to sing the Lay of Luthien, which is this epic poem about Beren and Luthien, the human man and the elf woman who fell in love. And as he is doing that, in walks Arwen, who is obviously Elrond's daughter, but she's been away for a long time visiting her family in Lothlorien. And Aragorn falls in love at first sight. The echoes here of Beren and Luthien are very clear. But what are 24 hours for Aragorn? He finds out who he is, he finds out his name, he discovers that he is the heir to Isildur. There's a whole load of prophecy attached to who he is and what he might do in the future, and then he meets the love of his life. His entire life has been transformed in just 24 hours.